Hi, my name's John. Welcome to a short video in what's become a series of videos all about the TIG 261 AC/DC inverter TIG welder. In this short section I'm going to be welding copper. I've never welded copper before. I have used copper as a filler wire in cast iron repairs. There's a friend of mine who makes medieval armour and repairs copper bowls and dishes. Wants to know if I can weld copper. He's been using silver solder, but obviously the silver solder isn't the same colour as copper. I know you can weld copper, I know you weld it on straight DC, I know it is a really good conductor of heat and it just soaks up power and absorbs power. So I'm going to set the welder up, have a go at welding copper. I'll try and get some shots sort of through the welding mask to show you, well, not how to weld, but to show you the effects you have. I'm really looking forward to this. It's something different. It's a real world job for a TIG welder. We need to set the machine up for straight DC TIG, which is that one. That's our amperage control from 0 to 260 on this machine. We'll set it at about 200, I shouldn't need any more than that. I've been sent some offcuts of copper to practice on. It's actually 3mm thick, quite heavy stuff, so it will absorb a lot of power. As far as filler wire goes, you can buy commercial filler wire. If you're welding a pressure vessel, you'd use commercial filler wire. I'm not, so I can use basically anything I want. Cutting strips off the copper means you're guaranteed to get the same colour. What I normally do, or at least I have done for using copper to repair cast iron, is I strip twin and earth electrical cable and twist the strands into various thicknesses, and I've had good results with that. I'm not quite sure how it'll compare colour wise. All we can do is do a weld, polish it and see what it looks like. So I'm going to run a weld on this scrap bit here and we'll go from there. %% penetration, which is exactly what you want, and it does look a decent match for colour. I'll let it cool down and then clean it up. Right, I'm sure I'll be happy with the colour match there. If that was polished off, you wouldn't know it had been welded. I'm going to do like a butt weld now on 2 pieces. I'll put a slight V in it, slight weld prep. But like I say, I'm happy I'm getting full penetration. This time I've got a butt joint set up with 2 butts of clean copper and I've left a little gap in between them. See how much heat is in there. That's like a cherry red. The heat also comes up the filler wire quite rapidly as well. We'll let that cool off, give it a clean up, and hopefully we've got some decent penetration as well. It's gone through, but not 100% penetration. It needs welding with a little bit more power or a little bevel put on the plate. I think I might try beveling the plate and do another weld, but basically the colour match is excellent as far as I'm concerned. This time I've V'd just about all the way through, so we should definitely get more penetration, and I'll try putting a little bit more heat in it as well. The heat of this is absolutely incredible. It's starting to burn a little pinkies now. So it's getting soaked with heat. We'll back off a little bit. Let it settle. Oh, it's burning, burning, burning. Right, that's better. Sort of getting somewhere now. %, there, not quite there. It needs more heat, it needs a bit more practice, but you certainly can weld copper, no problem at all, on straight DC, in the colour match with that electrical wire on the copper is pretty good. I did mention I've used this stuff before for welding cast iron repairs. You can join steel together with it, it makes nice decorative welds. We'll have a little go on some steel just to show what can be done. I've set up a T-joint in some 2mm steel plate. This is the first time I doing a weld like that. But it's not a weld, it's more like a braze or a shoulder. So we'll put a bead down there and see what sort of results we get. I think we'll give it a test and see how strong it is. It's only fair we're testing in the manner I normally test welds. I've got no idea how much strength it'll have, but it's not welded, it's sort of brazed. I'm using copper instead of silicon bronze. It's just starting to split. Yeah, it's splitting now. That is incredibly strong. Surprised me. That's the last weld we did on the 3mm copper plate. The idea of doing these welds is so the lad can grind them off and polish it, and you can't tell it's been welded. So I'm going to grind this off, polish it up, and we'll see what sort of result we've got. I'm hoping I'm going to have a really good colour match between the original base metal and the filler wire, which the filler wire, as you well know, is just ordinary electrical cable. It's a bit warm, that. It's a lot warm. I thought I had some finer grade disc, but I haven't. And the stuff he's trying to replicate is really old. So to all intents and purposes, that's the same bit of copper that's never been welded. There's no difference in the colour. So that filler wire is ideal for this particular application. I've got quite a lot of this stuff to weld. I'm going to have a little bit of experiment with pulse and see what sort of effect that has. I'm sure you'll agree the TIG set performed very well on the copper. I was pleased with the way it welded. I was amazed at how much power it actually absorbs and pulls away. What also impressed me was the strength of the joint on the bit of mild steel. That really did surprise me. There's a link in the description box to this welder. If you do decide to buy a welder like this, in fact any product from Artec, be sure to mention my name. It certainly won't do you any harm. Anyway, thanks for watching.